Welcome to my channel.
Welcome to my channel. The 2025 Land Rover Range Rover Sport SV arrives not merely as an option on the Range Rover Sport lineup, but as the halo that redefines what a luxury performance SUV can be, blending near supercar acceleration and composure with Range Rover's unmistakable presence and premium comfort. Under the sculpted hood sits a specially tuned 4.4-liter twin-turbocharged V8 that produces a thunderous 626 horsepower and 553 pound-feet of torque, routed through an 8-speed automatic gearbox to all four wheels, which pushes this big SUV off the line with startling authority and gives it stately, effortless top-end thrust that places it in direct competition with high-performance rivals from BMW M and Mercedes-AMG. Visually, the SV is audacious but still Range Rover. A longer, wider stance than the standard Sport, flared shoulders, a more aggressive front fascia, larger air intakes, and exclusive SV Edition 2 cues such as quad carbon fiber exhaust finishers and bespoke wheel designs that make it identifiable at a glance. Paint and trim options lean into bespoke territory with deep metallics and two-tone treatments, and the fit and finish of body panels, tight shut lines, and the overall surfacing reflect Land Rover's move to make their SVO creations feel as handcrafted as engineered, which matters when the price tag climbs into six-figure territory for many configurations. Step inside, and the SV's cabin is where the Range Rover DNA truly flexes. This is premium British luxury taken to the next level with an interior that mixes buttery leathers, available woven technical textiles for non-leather options, hand-stitched surfaces, and SV-specific trim elements. The center stack is dominated by a pair of high-resolution touchscreens that run Land Rover's latest Pivi Pro software, offering crisp navigation, seamless smartphone integration through Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and a raft of vehicle-specific controls for suspension, drive modes, and off-road settings, while the digital driver display is configurable and clear under all lighting conditions. The seating is supremely supportive for a heavy, performance-tuned SUV with multi-way adjustability, heating, cooling, and massage options on higher trims, and rear passengers enjoy expansive legroom, optional reclining rear seats, and premium climate zones so long journeys remain relaxed. What's beneath the skin that makes the SV both fast and remarkably composed is more than brute horsepower. The SV employs an advanced 6D dynamic suspension system and a reworked chassis calibration that, depending on drive mode, can lower the car nearly an inch compared with lesser Range Rover Sports. And instead of traditional anti-roll bars, the SV uses hydraulic dampers paired with air suspension to dramatically reduce body roll and tune compliance dynamically, giving it an unusual blend of flat cornering grip and controlled ride comfort for a vehicle of this mass. The steering is heavy but precise, and braking performance is up to the task, with large ventilated rotors and multi-piston calipers that deliver consistent stopping power even after repeated high-speed runs. On the road, the SV's character flips between two personas. In comfort or off-road modes, it rides with the luxuriant poise you expect from a Range Rover, floaty, insulating, and reassuringly heavy. But in dynamic or SV-tuned sport modes, the throttle becomes razor-sharp, the 8-speed gearbox holds gears aggressively and downshifts with intent, and the exhaust note opens into a rich, sonorous bark that underscores the V8's pedigree. 0 to 60 times are in the high 3 to mid-4 second range, depending on conditions and spec. Real-world testing varies, which for a full-size luxury SUV is blistering, and the SV manages to make that performance feel purposeful rather than theatrical. Technology and driver assists in the SV are comprehensive. Adaptive cruise with stop and go, lane keep and lane departure mitigation, blind spot monitoring, 360-degree camera systems with off-road settings, active parking aids, and a sophisticated terrain response system that lets the SV tackle gravel, mud, sand, and steep gradients with confidence. While many owners will never take the SV through serious mud, Range Rover's off-road engineering means the SUV retains genuine capability, including adjustable ride height, underbody protection, and selectable traction profiles, so the SV can be a performance street weapon and a competent explorer. For buyers concerned about fuel economy and emissions, the SV's V8 is understandably thirsty compared with the Sport's inline-6 and plug-in hybrid choices. Land Rover continues to offer a wide range of powertrains across the Sport line to suit different buyers, including more efficient plug-in hybrid variants for those prioritizing certified EV range or better daily economy, but the SV exists for those who want unadulterated V8 performance paired with Range Rover luxury, and therein lies its raison d'etre. Practical considerations for ownership are nearly what you'd expect from a bespoke model. cargo capacity is generous and flexible with a power tailgate and fold-flat rear seats. Ingress and exit are comfortable despite the SV's lower ride height in sport settings, and build quality tends to be high, although maintenance for a loaded SV will be more expensive than a mainstream SUV, and insurance and running costs reflect the high performance and premium positioning. Pricing is correspondingly lofty. While the mainstream 2025 Range Rover Sport models start in the low to mid $80,000 for base trims, SV editions typically command a substantial premium. In many markets, you'll see MSRPs well into the six figures once options, paint, and bespoke SV treatments are specified, which places the SV firmly in the territory of buyers who treat a car as both a performance tool and a bespoke statement. The competition is fierce. BMW's X5, 6M, Mercedes-AMG, GLS, and GLE variants, Porsche Cayenne Turbo, and even bespoke SUVs from German tuners offer similar numbers on paper. But the Range Rover Sport SV differentiates itself by pairing that sort of output with genuine long-distance comfort, an unmistakably luxurious interior, and a design language that reads as more refined and stately than purely aggressive Continental competitors. For buyers who want the V8 soundtrack, British craftsmanship cues, and the ability to cross continents in comfort while still having a performance halo to show off at traffic lights, the SV is uniquely positioned. In safety testing and features, the SV carries the full suite of modern sensors and active safety tech with advanced airbag systems, stability and traction control calibrations matched to its performance envelope, and optional driver aids that reduce fatigue on long trips. Buyers should check local test ratings and optional equipment lists for the exact active safety features included with their chosen package. For customization, Land Rover Special Vehicle Operations offers nearly limitless personalization, from unique paint finishes to interior embroidery, bespoke wheel and trim packages, and limited-run SV editions that can be optioned to a high degree of individuality. This ability to tailor the car is both a selling point and a reason why final pricing can vary dramatically between two otherwise identical-looking SVs. Driving dynamics aside, the SV's interior tech also attempts to be future-proof, with OTA software updates, frequent feature enhancements from Land Rover, and a high-quality Meridian audio system that can be spec'd to extraordinary levels and really transforms the cabin into a concert hall on long highway stints. The vehicle's NVHE, noise, vibration, and harshness treatment is excellent for a vehicle with an openly audible V8, so that when you want quiet, the cabin is hushed, and when you want drama, the exhaust fills the air with muscular tones. If you're filming this for a YouTube audience, capture exterior walk-around shots that emphasize the unique SV cues, the aggressive lower bumper, the quad exhaust tips, the wheel fitment, and the SV badging. Inside, film the tactile switches, ambient lighting, seat stitching, and the way the screens animate when you engage sport mode. Cut to POV footage of a spirited run on a twisty road to illustrate the SV's composure, and then to relaxed highway cruising to show its dual nature. Mention the practical bits: cargo volume, rear passenger comfort, towing capacity if relevant in your market, because many viewers want to know if this is a weekend toy or a daily driver. Be transparent about the compromises: high running costs, weight-related dynamics that even the best suspension cannot entirely erase, and a fuel use profile that will surprise those expecting efficiency. Conclude by placing the SV in context. It's not the Range Rover Sport for everyone, but for a specific buyer who wants exotic performance wrapped in Britain's most luxurious SUV packaging, who values exclusivity and wants a machine that doubles as both island-hopping grand tour and canyon-carving weekend car, the 2025 Range Rover Sport SV is a rare mix of power, polish, and presence that few rivals can match. Just be prepared to pay a premium for that privilege, and to explain to your spouse why such a big, expensive SUV makes perfect sense when the exhaust note hits the right note.